We're live. Good morning, all. This is Josiah from Each One Teach One. Yesterday, I told you guys about a gentleman that will be showing up, Dennis E. Apparently, he's running late. Maybe he will show up. We're not very sure, but we're being positive about the whole thing. Now, the topic that we're going to discuss is the place of history in technology and vice versa, or the place of technology in history. As you guys well know, history plays a very large role in our lives. Starting from time immemorial, we have recognized this fact that every era has a date, and it starts from one point, and either it starts from a given number, known number, and it goes down, or it starts as it is now in our era, Christ era, as it is called, and the number goes all the way up. So history always had been there. For those who read the good book, the Bible, you have a history, the creation of the universe, the world from the beginning. You see, from the beginning was emptiness, and God proceeded to create all these things. And we were created, and we have Adam and Eve and all of that. Beginning human history. So that's the beginning of the history. And with that comes a lot of stuff after that. So today, in the era that we live in, we see a lot of advancements and changes in technology. And what is the place of history as we document the way we do things? Are we also recognizing the fact that we have to do it so that it will be chronological? It will follow the order of things. Are we doing that? Are we engaging in making sure that we leave an indelible footprint or indelible mark in what we have produced or what we have done? Today, as you all know, majority of anything that's come out of technology has its own specifications, and the specifications will have dates on it. It will have a period of time that is valid till and all that kind of stuff. While in fact, the whole idea from inception is dated, and some people go a long way to get patents to give them the right to it. These are documentation. These are done, historically kept, so that the records will be there. Okay, who are the custodians of these records, this information? Who controls this information? These are some of the questions that could be popping out of our mind. So the gentleman that was supposed to be showing up that failed to show up, from the information I'm getting, it's been 10 minutes since. It's possible that he might not show. So what we're going to talk about was the fact that they do investigative journalism as far as tech companies are concerned. So they go down to the grassroots and find out the origin of that tech company, meaning they have the history and the record. If it's incorporated, they have the public record of such things. They go to the secretary of state and get all those documents. So they want to make sure that that particular company is legit. So this is what they do. So they do good work on that. We find it very interesting to showcase that so that people can know that the documentation in this time that we live in, especially in for tech companies, is very, very important. Even if it's something that you don't regard as important, you should document that. Forensic is very important. If in case something happens in the future, for future references, for the successors to know that you have done this, and it will be documented. So some of the problems that we as a group of people face, and many issues that we have had is being because of lack of documentation, keeping a record, and showing history of doing certain things. Okay, so I hear a lot of people talk about the black person did invent the street light and all that stuff, but when there's no document to prove such, it becomes really difficult for that to be a part of the history in the known world. So I'm challenging everyone to be able to protect what they have. You know, if you have a skill set or a talent, it is your duty to protect it. It's no one else's duty to protect your talent or your dream. It is nobody else's. It is just yours. So you need to protect that. And if you live in a civilized world, it's important to have documentation, to go through the legal processes to get this documentation. If you're a person in a public If you're a person that is in the public relation, usually before people, it is also important that you document or record those events. These will speak for its for you, not only now that you're alive, but in the future when you're gone. The records will show that these took place. You see, so it's important for tech companies. So in relation, tech companies should recognize this and try their possible best to have the record. In principle, the origin, the sources, the kind of technology that's been done should be recorded, and it should be known. It should be a visible thing. I understand some people might have proprietary products and things that they do. Yeah, that's that. You should keep it to yourself. However, there is a need for public, the people, to know that this company existed such and such time. This is what they did, and it was owned by such and such people. These kind of records we should be keeping. It's very paramount that we keep those records. Was it not for the records kept by the predecessors, nobody would have known of the Kemets, although Hermetic ideologies overshadowed that. Hermetic ideologies overshadowed that, which which is the reference given to the Greek philosophy and study that is done from that region of the world. So Kemetic is more like the African, the Egyptian, the now this either side of the Nile. So these are the knowledge uh, that is preferred over there, and it's in line with the philosophy there. So the philosophy there shows a lot of innovation in technology and sciences, whereby those that champion the Hermetic understanding kneeled or stood at the foot of those philosophers and learned. As you guys know, that knowledge is more like a transfer, it's recycled over time, and everything that we know today had been done before. Somebody had done it. You get recycled. And when you get recycled, maybe one or two things are added to it to advance it. So we call it innovation or advancement in the understanding of what we know. Okay. So thank you, Black Ambassador, showing up. Thanks hearing from you. We shouldn't be disappointed by any means. The gentleman didn't show up. Anything could have been possible. He could have had a difficult situation. We pray that he's alive and nothing happened to him, all of that. But the topic, we should remain focused, laser focused on the topic, in keeping our documents straight and making sure that post mortem, the information is still valid regardless. So this is all I have to say about it. I'm not a specialist in when it comes to history and stuff like that, but I think the gentleman was. But since he didn't show up, I had to give you guys something to chew on, and I'll make up for this by any means possible. I mean, legally possible. So I'll make up for it, and hopefully I'll reach out to this gentleman to see the possibility of trying something tomorrow, which is I believe Friday. So let's see what we can do. I didn't want to cut out so quick, but something just came up. But I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys something in return. I didn't just want to, jilt or quit the whole uh, uh, interview or panel discussion. And I hope to do something that will surprise you guys very, very soon. And as you want to know, Josiah, I like to share whatever I know, a little that I know, I share with you guys. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. We need the subscription to go up, and then the notification button as well. So whenever I deliver, you'll be the first to know. And I promise, because of what's happening today, I'm gonna make a video to pique your interest on knowing how secure whatever application that you have is. So I'll try to teach you guys how to do it. It's gonna be a process, but I'll start by showing you the scans that I've done, and maybe a couple, maybe about 4 or 5 applications, so you can rate them by yourself. I'll try to intimate you on the scoring system that is used. That way you understand. So it's time for people to take their privacy and security seriously. So in order to do that, it's possible to show you how the security scores are done, how the static analysis and dynamic analysis are done for software testing, and also for you to recognize the need to do all these things. So you're gonna have to see it, and I'll make sure I put the video out. I'll make sure it's a beautiful one to make up for the loss that we had today. Thank you guys again. It's Josiah on Each One Teach One. I'm signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.